Good evening. The first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. Once said by Joshua Becker. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Today's news in detail. Bahrain and Egypt set to bolster tourism cooperation. The Tourism Minister Fatima bin Jafar Al Sairafi met Egyptian tourism and antiquities Ahmed Issa during her visit to London to participate in World Travel Market. Al Sairafi stressed the importance of tourist programs with Egypt to take the best advantage of the season in the Middle East. She praised cooperation between Bahrain and Egypt in the tourism sector. Parliamentary elections started at 37 diplomatic missions. Advance voting for Bahrainis abroad started today at the 37 diplomatic missions designated as polling stations for eligible Bahrainis working or visiting in other countries. Voters can cast their ballots to elect the members of the Council of Representatives from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. Eligible voters will elect their representatives on Saturday, November 12 and November 19 in constituencies where no candidate achieves the majority. The results of the polls abroad will be added to the results of the polls in the Kingdom of Bahrain to declare the 40 member who will constitute the Council of Representatives, one of the two chambers of the bicameral parliament. Minister of Foreign Affairs met UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, met with the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, on the sidelines of the minister's participation in the Human Rights Council meetings in Geneva. The minister congratulated the High Commissioner for assuming this important position, wishing him success in his duties as the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers, Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
The Muslim Council of Elders congratulated the King of Bahrain for the success of Bahrain Dialogue Forum. The Muslim Council of Elders extended its congratulations to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of the Kingdom of Bahrain for the success of the recently concluded Bahrain Dialogue Forum, as well as the positive reception of the historic co-visit by His Eminence Dr. Ahmed Al Tayyib, the Grand Imam of Al Azhar and Chairman of the Muslim Council of Elders, and His Holiness Pope Francis, Pontiff of the Catholic Church. The Secretary General of the Muslim Council of Elders, Judge Muhammad Abdul Salam, praised the efforts of His Majesty King Hamad, the King of Kingdom of Bahrain, in supporting and promoting coexistence, and His Majesty's willingness to provide the necessary resources to make the Bahrain Dialogue Forum a resounding success. The Bahrain National Robotics Competition has begun. The 11th edition of the Bahrain National Robotics Competition has opened yesterday under the patronage of First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports and Chairman of the General Sports Authority GSA, President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The Ministry of Education has organized the two-day competition, which is sponsored by British Education. The competition is being organized at Al Areen Palace in Spa with the participation of 222 male and female students, making up 74 teams from public and private schools. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister attended the second edition of the Middle East Green Initiative Summit. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, yesterday attended the second edition of the Middle East Green Initiative Summit, co-chaired by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Prime Minister and Chairman of the Higher Committee for the Saudi Green Initiative, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The Middle East Green Initiative in its second edition is held in conjunction with the 2022 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. During the visit, His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of coordinated international action to confront the challenges of climate change. Bahrain presented fourth report before UN Human Rights Council. Foreign Minister Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani said that Bahrain, in line with the reformist approach of His Majesty King Hamad and the directives of the government headed by His Royal Highness Prince Salman, is committed to respecting human rights and public freedoms, consolidating the rule of law and justice, supporting the democratic process, and promoting comprehensive and sustainable development. Dr. Al Zayani, chairman of the Higher Coordination Committee for Human Rights, made the statements while presenting Bahrain's fourth report for discussion within the Universal Periodic Review Mechanism before the Human Rights Council in Geneva. The Finance Ministry Undersecretary chaired Bahrain's delegation to GCC meeting. On behalf of the Minister of Foreign and Finance and National Economy, the Ministry of Finance and National Economy Undersecretary for Financial Affairs Yusuf Abdullah Hamoud chaired Bahrain's delegation to the fourth meeting of the GCC Permanent Ministerial Preparatory Committee for Economic and Development Affairs, which convened at the Secretariat General in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in the presence of GCC Secretary General. Saudi Arabia committed $2.5 billion to Middle East Green Initiative over the next 10 years. Saudi Arabia will contribute $2.5 billion to a green initiative in the Middle East over the next 10 years, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced during the COP27 UN Climate Summit on Monday. The Kingdom's Sovereign Wealth Fund, the Public Investment Fund, will also target net zero emissions through sustainable development by 2050, he added. COVID-19 outbreak grew in China's Guangzhou as more lockdowns loom. COVID-19 cases sharply escalated in Guangzhou and other major Chinese cities, official data showed, with the global manufacturing hub fighting its worst flare-up ever and testing its ability to avoid Shanghai-style city view lockdown. New locally transmitted infections climbed to 7,475 national-wide on November 7th, it has been announced. India's Kerala Chief Minister wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi as 16 Indian sailors detained in Africa. As the families of 16 Indian sailors, including 3 from Kerala detained in Equatorial Guinea, hoped the Indian government will ensure their speedy release, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan today requested Prime Minister Narendra Modi to intervene in the matter. In a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala, requested in his letter, contended that the vessel was arrested by an Equatorial Guinea naval ship in international waters on August 12, and as per reports, a total of 26 crew, including 16 Indians, are being held as the hostages. Among the 16 seafarers, 3 are from Kerala. The vessel has been held unlawfully, he added. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.